Hi, Maddie Hearts here, and today I'm doing an art vlog. I've never done one of these before, but since this is my channel of where like I'm showing my day-to-day life, and I do art like all the time. I was like, okay, I might as well do an art vlog and not just show it in just my regular vlogs. So in this painting, I'm doing like a hot air balloon. I don't know where I got this idea, but I just popped up in my head. So I decided that I'm just going to paint it on canvas. At first I was going to do it digital, but then I was like, I haven't used acrylic in a while, so I really wanted to use acrylic. So that's what I'm doing here. A little trick that I use is that if you have regular like cheap paint and then you get some cornstarch and you pour it in, it makes it much more thicker. So you don't have to do so many layers. So that's what I used doing like this whole painting, because I didn't want to use so much of my paint. So during this whole week that I was painting, I actually been painting two paintings. I did one of them watercolor and one of them acrylic. This one right here that is showing, I didn't do this filming like the whole process before, but then I was like, I just might as well just film the rest. But everything like before this that was already like painted on, I did it way before I decided to be filming. And I already said that? I don't know. But this is just the rest of the process of this painting. I also haven't used watercolor in a while. I'm not really good at watercolor. The only watercolor I really used was in like a cheap art thing that you get as a kid, like with markers and colored pencils. Those are the only really watercolor I've used. But these are like not expensive, but watercolor that my mom gave me for my birthday, and I actually really like these. And then I use colored pencils on top to really add some definition and some color. So I redid the bubbles because, like I said, you couldn't really see it, and then I end up liking it better. After I did that, I went to go take a bath, and then I decided to do some school references or some school drawings, because I'm like later in the future I want to do this cool painting, but I gotta figure out how to draw skulls first. So I was just doing some drawings of it just to practice. This is a later clip from like a later night, but another thing that I also like to do is just jewelry making. At first I was making this as a bracelet, but then I didn't like it as a bracelet. So I took most of the beads out and turned it into a ring that my sister actually got. So I've ordered a easel from Amazon, and this easel is I always wanted an easel, like a standing easel, but this easel I actually like really love. It was about $37 on Amazon, and it's like one of like my only and best easels that I have. But this easel had some troubles because it didn't have like the number of what to put it on. It was hard to explain, but you just had to figure it out. It was a one-person job, but I messed it up, so I had to ask my brother to come help me. I was like, why is it didn't stick? But I just realized I messed it up, so my brother came to help like multiple times. And this right here is the part that gave me the most trouble. And then I realized I had the wrong screw. But this one, oh, I've been working on this for like 10 minutes. And I was like, why is it not working? I was trying everything. I was getting frustrated, honestly. But then when I called my brother to help, I was like, something just seems wrong. And I realized I had the wrong screw. Like, I'm just getting frustrated here, trying my hardest. So since I had my easel, the next day I decided to paint. I think this day was 4th of July. I'm not actually 100% sure. It was either 4th of July or 5th of July. But this is me setting up so no paint gets on the floor. Since we got our new carpet, and since I'm like a painter, I don't want paint on the floor because I'm gonna get in trouble. So this is what I do to make sure no paint gets on. Right here, this is me scratching out old paint because I just let it dry. But this is me scratching out first with my nail. That didn't work, so I used this like toothpick. That didn't work either, so I started to use scissors. But the scissors actually worked the best. Of course, it was sharp, but just make sure you clean out your paint palettes and don't leave them in, especially when you're using like cornstarch, because it's like it keeps it really hard. So yeah, but I still like using the cornstarch, and I don't listen to myself, so I don't know why am I telling other people this. Okay, so throughout this whole process right here, I was just fixing up the sun little beam things, and then fixing up like the carriage of the hot air balloon, because that needed a lot of fixing up. Like it just needed a lot. It was a lot of touch-ups on this. And you never see me do the background, but I did the sky, the background, like off camera. Here I'm trying to figure out like what am I trying to do with the hot air balloon, because at first I was gonna have the hot air balloon white and pink, but I had like a lot of pink on the background already, so I didn't want to do that. And I didn't want to do blue and pink because I had blue and pink on the background. So I ended up doing a rainbow color because that's a lot of air balloons are rainbow. So I was like, okay, I'd rather just do a rainbow color and call it a day. Okay, so now I'm gonna add clouds. I have this. I hope you can hear me. I can do clouds. I did it on my last painting. Don't really remember how I did this. So
if you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish in one, yeah, yeah. Memory lane, isn't that too far away from us? Yeah. The ones we keep close, we should never let go. So tell me who you love, baby. Take a moment to unwind, fix yourself and realign yourself with the world, baby. Breathe slow, baby. Yeah. We should breathe slow. We should breathe slow.
I think so. No, I don't think I should add it to the tiny ones. We'll see. Give me a second, guys. So I asked my brother and my sister. They both said they really liked it, but I don't know. To be honest, I kind of like this painting, kind of don't. It still kind of gives me iffy, but I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye!
난 모를 거야.